Good morning, everybody. We are in Eastern Kentucky this morning. I am Matthew Holt.
I'm Bree Molitor.
We are in the eastern part of Kentucky at Hollerwood Off-Road Park in Stanton, Kentucky. This morning is Saturday. We're going to kick off with the youth class here shortly. And then we have UTV Bounty Series and Big Bouncers today. We also have RCs with plastic and metal. So we have about 6 different categories, 5, 6 different categories we're racing today. A lot of action. We're going to try to cram into one small day here at the off-road park. Again, this is a Northern Series race. We're excited to be here.
That's right. Welcome to Hillside Live, guys. Thanks for joining us. I know it's probably a little early at home for some of you guys. Matt, what's going on?
What's up? What's up? I see somebody behind me there. That's our fearless leader being ornery.
Clyde playing around a little bit. But, yeah, welcome to the Northern Rock Racing Series, Round 3. Everybody, like Matt said, we've got a full day of racing ahead of us. We are going to start things off properly with the national anthem here very shortly. And then we will kick off with the youth class.
Okay. Again, our youth class is the 170 to 200 range. Again, most of our races range between like 6 and 10-ish. I know we have a few that are right around that area. We have a few that I think that are a little bit older than that, but it's great. I love watching those guys. They're awesome. They come out, they put all their heart into it. Their course is usually a little bit easier than ours in the Bouncer, just because they do. We were watching Justin Wills.
Understandably so.
Justin Wills and Gatlin's rig trying to get up the hill yesterday, and it was quite comical. The 170 just couldn't quite get it done, so it was exciting to watch. Again, our 170s are going to kick it off this morning. We appreciate our younger racers. They do a great job. It's always nice watching their drivers meeting as well. Justin Holback helps facilitate a lot of that, and it's really awesome. Again, Perryville Mafia, I know there's about a 6-pack of them from Perryville Mafia coming in, so it's, again, exciting to watch that and watch that newer, younger class come out and play with us, and we appreciate those guys. It's always a lot of fun. Getting everything set up this morning.
We've got Bruce Woodward checking in online. Thanks for joining us, Bruce.
Good, make sure.
Lots of other numbers on here. Let us know where you guys are watching from. As always, Matt and I like to ask that question. And make sure that you're watching on the Rock Racing TV Facebook page, not the SRRS page. You could watch from there, but we won't be seeing anything that you say if you do. So if you want to type some questions, comments, whatever, interact with us, make sure you head over to that Rock Racing TV page. That's where Matt and I are watching from. And let us know where you are watching from right now, where you live, where you at. All right, like I said, we're going to kick things off the right way this morning with the national anthem, so we're going to be going right to that. If our spectators out here will stand and remove your hats, please.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
We are back. Again, I love that crowd shot there. It's pretty awesome to see.
Man, America and racing.
Yes, it goes very, very hand in hand.
It's a good way to start off the day, folks. If you're just jumping on the live feed, thanks for joining us here on Hillside Live. We are at Hollerwood Off-Road Park in Stanton, Kentucky this weekend. You are watching the Northern Rock Racing Series Round 3. This is our 7th race overall for the season so far. This weekend brought to us by Radflo Shocks. So thank you guys for joining us. Let us know where you're watching from at home. Make sure you're on that Rock Racing TV page so that we'll be able to see your comments. And we are ready to very shortly start sending some of our UTV youth drivers off the starting line. They're going to kick things off for us today. We also have UTV Bounty and then, of course, the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class. We also have 2 classes of RCs racing today.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Lots of stuff still to come. Y'all make sure to stay tuned. Don't go too far today. We've got Axel Barton out on the course now. He's kicking the whole day of racing off for us. Axel is new to the series. Glad to have a new driver joining in the fun this weekend.
Wait, get a little squirrely there. Again, I do think he's supposed to make a loop before that, so I think they're going to try to get him corralled around back there. Okay. I think they're going to let him rerun.
Hey, it is not easy being the first to go out here. I don't care what class you're racing in. Nobody likes being first, but somebody's got to do it. Axel gave it his best try. I think we're going to let him have a rerun, though, and make sure he's got the course clear in his mind.
I say being a new driver and being the first got to go. Race mode sets in. Timmy Cameron says it all the time. There's no seat time like race seat time. The adrenaline's pumping. You're ready to go. You see this course. I'm sure you saw the hill and was like, hey, I want to try that.
We've got Jeremy from Orlando tuning in right now.
Got Dallas Heckley on the line. She's our resident stunt coordinator, I think, from after last week.
She did have a bit of a wild ride
she
at
did.
Hot Pride before the race
yes,
even
before
started.
the race even started.
You guys can see the dads and drivers out on the course.
Track officials,
waving
staff, volunteers, dads.
So the youth class is new for this season, for our 2022 season, and Matt and I have really enjoyed seeing these guys out here racing every event.
And it's funny to watch 30 dads cheer on one driver. Again, it kind of warms your heart, you know.
When we say that this is a family sport, family hobby,
it really is.
A perfect example. We've got everything from our youth class. We've got 2 classes of RCs racing. We've got the bouncers. We've got our VIN class and 3 classes of UTVs. There's something for everybody out here. Dallas had a 5.4.265. Is that right, Taylor? .265 for Dallas Heckley. All right, did I hear that we've got Brantley Havens on the line? Kinley Havens. Oh, a new addition to the list here.
It's funny to see how the helmet literally barely sticks over the steering wheel on some of these cars. I mean, barely. Like they have to tilt their head a little bit to see the steering wheel. The goggles are front and center there. Hot pink goggles. You got to love that.
You know, for as cute as all these drivers are, like, they come and they put their game face on.
They are.
They're ready. They have their little junior drivers meeting.
Yep, and it's so cute to watch the drivers meeting.
They follow Justin around and learn the course. .103 for Kinley Havens. That's a pretty big hill to come down when you're that size.
It is. We were watching Justin Wills last night with Gatlin's 170 trying to climb it. We were giving him a hard time.
That was pretty funny.
They don't have a ton of power, so not really designed for adults to climb hills.
Say, especially when you put an adult in there.
Not really designed for adults to climb hills with, but it was a good time watching them. Gatlin was definitely saying that she was doing a better job. Speaking of Gatlin Wills, that's who's on the line right now. You can always tell the Wills family of the neon pink race suits, pink and purple race suits.
You know what I think would be pretty funny is if we had a race where it was just adults. In
170s.
Like all the dads racing them or something.
You have to weigh a certain amount.
Knees up to your chin, trying to race.
We got to add about 100 pounds to every cart. Yeah, I love the drones zooming around, checking it out, getting some great footage. It's like a race. He's just racing around. It's a good time.
It's like a race.
Yeah. It's like I meant between
not only that, Matt. It is a race.
I meant between the drone and the 170.
Gatlin is our current points leader.
4.5642. Okay.
So Gatlin is currently in the lead in points with our youth class. She's been very consistent this season. Kinley Havens has the fastest time so far with a 44, then Gatlin with a 45, and Dallas with a 54. I do believe we're going to let Axel Barton have a rerun, and then that is him on the starting line right now. For those of you watching at home, thanks for joining us on Hillside Live. You are watching our UTV youth class kicking things off this morning. We are at Hollerwood Off-Road Park in Stanton, Kentucky. After our youth class, we will have UTV Bounty. We will have the bouncer class. And then we'll be back to do it all again with round 2.
Yeah.
Deja vu.
He's like, I made a turn.
He knew he had to go up that hill at some point, and he was ready for it.
He's like, I got it. We got this. Again, it's some of the younger drivers with the big helmet. You can almost seems like a bobblehead as they're bouncing by.
And even with a little extra lap around, a 50.578.
Yeah, not a bad time.
Not a bad time at all. We got Bebo Watt joining us. What's up? From Friendsville, Tennessee.
What's up, Brian?
Tell Mitzi we said hi, Bebo. All right, is this Clara? Clara Hoback on the line? Clara is not a morning person. I've gotten to stay with the Hobacks in their RV traveling this year, and she's a little tough to get up and get going in the morning. But, once she shows up, she's ready to rock and roll here.
Some of the staff here at Rock Racing TV feel the same way. Yeah. I was talking about myself, Taylor. But, yeah, I will join you there.
Yeah, the tough part is getting up and getting out here. Once you're here,
it's a blast.
Fall into place. Claire's got a good lap going.
Jay Stort's cheering her on.
Jay Stort's about to dislocate his shoulder up there. 39.384.
Wow. That is your new leader, Clara Holback. Yeah, Jay Stort's up there just ripping them through. Come on, come on. And again,
Pound the bases.
it's so neat to see all the dads cheering on every driver exactly the same. You know, it's really neat to see that. And again, it kind of shows how much camaraderie we have in our sport, and you know, from the big classes all the way down to the youth class. And again, that's super awesome to see. Got Blake Heckley on the line there. I think we're hearing the course clear. Clock is hot.
Oh, she's going. She's ready. Blake is the youngest member of the Heckley family. They've got 3 Heckleys out racing now, guys.
Wow. He said, hold it.
Is this Blake's first time racing, Daniel?
I feel like it
Where's
is.
Chastity? Chastity, is this her first race? Yeah.
Yes. We're getting a thumbs up from Mom. I think Nick was getting ready to get on his toes down there. In case we had a wide turn. To the floor.
Woohoo! 5.4.609 for Blake. Well done. The race doesn't end at the finish line up there, though. They still have to get down off this mountain.
Which is a big hill for such a little car. There we go.
Like a pro.
That is awesome.
Glad she knows which one is the brakes.
Yes.
Which one's the gas. More or less.
Yeah.
All right. Brantley Haven's on the line now.
Our resident cowboy. You notice him, he's usually walking around with his 10-gallon cowboy hat. I said we need to make a sticker with his face and his cowboy hat, kind of like my face stickers. Again, Brantley usually sets a pretty quick time out here.
Brantley is 3rd in points right now for the season.
Again, he's a pretty competitive driver usually. Again, he's slinging around those corners.
He's definitely going to have a good time. Ooh.
Wow.
36.105 for Brantley Havens. That is your new leader. And I think that is going to wrap up our youth class unless there was a late entry that I did not know about. All right, so that is Hill 1 for our UTV youth class. Matt, why don't you give us a quick rundown on
Sure. Again, we had 7 in our youth class today. Brantley Haven just squeaked out that number 1 spot with a 36.1. Claire Holbach coming in 2nd. Kinsley Havens coming in 3rd. Gatlin Wills coming in 4th. Axel Barton coming in 5th. Dallas Heckley coming in 6th. And Blake Heckley, her sister, right behind her at 7th place. Again, that was our rundown of our youth class. Shortly after this, we'll go ahead and get all the courts switched over, and then we'll go to our side-by-side, the UTV Bounty Series, which is, again, a series they run a much, much difficult course than the Cup Series. They race the exact same course the big bouncers do, which, again, is usually a lot more difficult, a lot more steeper climbs, bigger ledges. Since they run a much smaller tire than the bouncers, usually tends to be a little more challenging. So those guys are definitely more go the gusto type, so we'll see how that goes. Some of the ledges they have, I think, are going to be interesting. We did set a 2.5-minute time limit on it. That was one of the questions that several drivers had this morning during our drivers' meeting. So Clyde went ahead and put a 2.5-minute time limit. So we'll see how that goes for some of the side-by-side guys and some of the bouncers too. Again, as it gets that top section, I think it's going to get rutted out a little bit as well. So we'll see how that comes into play.
Speaking of the bounty class, when we were at Hawk Pride, we had an interesting thing happen on Hill 1 where nobody made it.
Yes, all 14 drivers, not a single one.
That was our first time or maybe only second race of that ever happening. So hopefully that's not the case again today.
I remember going to Blue Holler where DC was the only one out of all the side-by-sides and all the bouncers. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do a 3.5-minute time limit. again, which gives this course. I think you're going to see some of the guys. I remember Clyde was talking about Paul Wolf last year, got to the top and just couldn't quite get out and had to bang on it for a couple times. And obviously with the course the way it was with tire size and ruts, he just wasn't able to make it out the top. And again, so they did extend that to 3.5 minutes for the time limit. So we're excited to see that today. Again, I know some side-by-side guys that are excited to go hit the hill. Dan, the man Carter, I was talking to him a little bit this morning about some of his game plan for today. See how that's going to go. Again, I went and walked the course this morning, and we saw the side-by-sides kick up on the ledge right behind us yesterday. You could see kind of what the theory was there, just because there was ruts so big in front of them. So I think we're going to see some guys do that again, maybe kick to the right side or the left side a little bit. And again, kind of torques the side-by-side a little bit, but the great part about that is you have a little faster time. I kind of walked the course with Wade, at least the first half with Wade, and kind of get his game plan and what he's thinking about doing today. And, talk some strategy, see how he is, because right now he's sitting in that number 1 spot for the season in Big Bouncers. So we'll see if he can hold on to that today.
Matt, speaking of strategy, what's your plan for today?
Don't hit a stump. Don't crash. Don't break anything.
Go fast, don't die.
Yeah,
like Dan's
you know what?
said.
He had the hat on this morning too, and I kind of like it. Go fast, don't die, because that's kind of a fine line. You want to go as fast as possible, but without consequences.
How do you sum up racing in 4 words?
Yeah, really, that's pretty awesome. Go fast, don't die. Have snacky snacks.
That's Matt's motto.
Yeah, I need to get a shirt that says that, like snacky snacks? Question mark? Question mark?
Go fast, don't die. Eat snacks.
Yes, eat snacks. I appreciate that. I said, speaking of snacks, who's at home sitting there tuning in with us? Checking in. See, I see Brian Beeble Watts in there.
Apparently.
Yeah.
It is probably about breakfast time for anyone on Central Time right now.
Yeah.
So
9:30, 9:03 was Central.
A little late breakfast.
That's what I'm used to, the Central Time. So the Eastern is a little bit throw me off.
While we have a short break here, I think we should go ahead and announce for those who did not hear yesterday who our Skinny Pedal Award winner was from Hawk Pride, and that was Daniel Heckley,
who had a irreversible run. Again, if anybody had saw the video, it was.
I don't know. He was pretty much in reverse.
Yeah.
Matt.
Oh yeah, he was. It was well past 12 o'clock and was able to back up fast enough to bring the front end down. It was very impressive driving. I knew it would be close between him and I knew Wyatt was first time racing the Big Bouncer with us. So he recently bought a Big Bouncer, and
Wyatt was a strong contender.
He
for
was.
The Skinny Pedal
He
Award
had a
too.
pretty violent crash on course too. So I knew he'd be definitely up there, and it was. He had a pretty wild ride, so I asked him later. I said, "What'd you?" He's like, "I like it. Get some more seat time, feel a little more comfortable with it." But again, Wyatt had some pretty wild rides going on. So, but Daniel was able to pull out that, so that's kind of cool. I appreciate Skinny Pedal Fab for stepping up this year and sponsoring that event, making our trophies.
Yeah, Jonathan Shepard has been making some really cool trophies for these guys this year. So I know all the drivers say, like, well, man, it's not exactly what I wanted to win.
Yeah.
But they are really nice
They
trophies.
They are.
If it's going to happen anyway, you might as well get an award for it.
Yeah, you don't want that trophy, but if you get it, it's kind of cool.
So you guys make sure that after this weekend's race, we will post, as usual, on the website a compilation video of the Skinny Pedal nominees from yesterday and today. And you can watch that short compilation video and kind of see what happened with everybody. And then it's super easy. You just click on a name to cast your vote, and it's right there on the website. And then we'll announce that at the next race.
Yeah. And again, it's always cool to see a recap of all the racers that had incidents that led them into the skinny pedal category, so I appreciate that. It's kind of fun.
And the fun thing about it is that we're using any driver from any class. It's just any wild, cool ride that happens during the week is a potential skinny pedal nominee. So.
And again, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, some of those guys are not, they don't want to be in that list, but if you end up being there, usually it's kind of cool and kind of neat. You get to see some cool stuff. So again, we appreciate Jonathan at Skinny Pedal Fab for stepping up and helping us out there and making that kind of cool trophy and cool award for. Usually it's more of a consolation prize, but it's kind of neat to see.
Well, with a trophy that cool, it's a good consolation prize. Prudence, it looks like we've got about a dozen drivers today in our bounty class, give or take one or two that added or dropped out. I know there's some swapping going on with numbers down there. Jonathan Gibbs won that 13th spot, so we're seeing where he's going to end up coming. He has a buddy that's racing for the first time, so we'll see how that rolls out. I think he's going to be our number one racer in the side-by-side and big bouncers. We have two new fresh racers, so I'm excited to see them. And it's always neat to see new drivers come out and see, what they think and how they feel and, pre-race and then post-race. Yeah, if you come out and watch a race and you're like, well, hey, I could do that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the fun thing about it is there aren't too many hoops to jump through out here. You know, as long as you meet the safety requirements and come on out and have a good time. You guys can always go, those of you watching at home, go to nationalrockracing.com. You can see our schedule of events for the rest of the season there, and then maybe there's one that's close enough to home for you to come check it out. It's always different to come watch the races in person. You know, if you can't, we love having you on Hillside Live, obviously, but if you get a chance to go in person and check one out, then it's definitely worth it. So you can go check out that calendar of events at nationalrockracing.com, and hopefully there will be one close enough to you. We'll be in Missouri, Tennessee, and Oklahoma for the rest of the year.
And again, the Tennessee one, the Dyersburg, Bikini Bottoms Park. We got the Iceland crews coming over to race with us. A couple of them were Snapchatting me last night at dinner. They're like, hey, we miss you. And they put around, and there was a bunch of them in the living room paying around, saying, hey, we can't wait to see you again. And then I panned around with all of us racers at dinner. And I'm like, yeah, we can't wait to see you guys. I'm like, it was really, really neat. Again, the Iceland crew guys are super awesome. They bring, about 500 of them come over, and they bring about 20 race teams with them come over, and it is an absolute blast, hearing them tell stories. And it's funny, we think, big motorsports, off-road racing is like an American thing. And you meet these other guys and you start hearing their problems and seeing their parts. And you're like, we race the same parts. I had met a guy that races a LS LQ4 Turbo 400. I'm like, we race the exact same motor and transmission, yet we live on, different countries, different continents, across the pond, if you will. So it's neat to see, how racing translates, even to different countries. So
did you go to Iceland?
I have not.
No? Okay.
I want to go so bad.
What? Sure, come on. We have a special message.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Hang on just a sec. Let's get your mic on. Are we good? There we go.
I like that. Yeah.
I like to say to my team manager that's not here, I hope she's enjoying the concert instead of coming to watch me race, a.k.a. Prudence Giles. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
That's it.
She's watching. She's watching. That was a special message from Trent Ratcliffe, everybody.
Okay.
Taylor, can you turn that one off again?
Derek tuned in, eating breakfast. I love you, Brian.
Yeah.
And Brian Biba Watt is also our Bouncer Life Facebook moderator. Helps out racers a lot of times. So if you guys have any questions about what parts to use, or if you're wanting to get into the sport, if you're looking to build even a trail rig that wants to be as durable as a big bouncer, you can hop in the Bouncer Life group and ask questions. Again, Brian is always helpful, always sharing cool stories from different racers. And there's stuff that I don't know sometimes that he'll share, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. It's so neat to see. And we appreciate Brian sharing a lot of stuff.
Group. So for you guys joining us at home, welcome to Hillside Live. We are at Hollerwood Off-Road Park in Stanton, Kentucky. Having a great weekend of racing so far. We had 3 classes yesterday, and we just completed Hill 1 with our UTV youth class for this morning. We're getting ready for our UTV bounty and our bouncer class. And then we have 2 classes of RCs racing today as well. So full day of racing still ahead. This park is beautiful. We talked a little about it yesterday, but this area in Kentucky, I know we're near the Natural Bridge State Park, and hopefully you'll be able to get more of a view behind us as you can once the racing gets started and get an idea of what the track is like. But we want to give a shout out to Riders Ranch RV Park. That's, I can't quite say across the road because it's down just a little ways, but really convenient for those coming to the park with an RV or something to stay in, and really nice and close to the race area.
Yeah, it's as close as you could get across the street to be, I guess. Yeah. So, appreciate there's a bunch of racers up there as well, staying up there, and they take good care of us. Yeah,
so if you're thinking about coming and checking out the park, doing some riding sometime, Riders Ranch RV Park, you guys can keep that in mind.
Again, it's right down the road from the check-in center here at the park, so I say it's literally across the street from where we enter to the race course. The spectator areas, you can see them all, the easy up starting to get set up back there.
Got a good-looking crowd out here today. Taylor, do we have a crowd shot?
Put them on the spot. Hey, I know you're not doing anything else other than, just wait for us to tell you what to do today. Again, you can see all the big bouncers lined up, kind of making the back area. We park a lot of the bouncers and the side-by-sides between the race course and the spectator area again. That way, if for some reason a guy was to get out of control, knocked unconscious, we can still remote kill the buggy, but he would still roll down the hill, and obviously a bouncer's a great way to stop one. So
Extra barrier for safety out here.
So again, you can see all the bouncers kind of lined up there. Starting gate. National Rock Racing Series, or National Rock Racing Association starting gate there.
The beloved starting gate.
Yes, the beloved starting gate. Yeah, it takes a lot of abuse throughout the years. Again, we throw rocks and debris, and every buggy comes out full tilt, so it always throws a lot of mud at it. So it gets its fair share of wear and tear throughout the year. You can see Holback's 4-seater down there. He raced it yesterday in the stock class.
So there's a nice shot of the pit and production area down here at Hollywood. One nice thing about the Mickey Thompson Mountain that we're racing on back here is that we can keep all the racing for all the classes in one spot. It's all spectator friendly and easy to get to back here. So we love seeing that at the parks that we race at. This is Matt Buxton. He is taking Johnny Gibbs' spot in the UTV Bounty class today.
He also is one of our first. This is a new racer. He's excited to be here. We were kind of giving him some pointers.
This is Matt Buxton.
Oh, not Max Buxton. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're thinking of somebody else.
Yes.
Save that for later.
Yes, I will. Yes.
All right, Matt raced with us yesterday in the Unlimited class as well.
Getting a good launch off that raceline ramp. Again, these guys are going to race the same course as the Big Rock Bouncers, so.
Going up the RCV Valley and all the way up the Brannock Boulders this time.
And those rocks are rough to go up in a side-by-side. Because I think you're going to see some bouncers have issues today with that rock ledge. That was one thing Clyde said was going to give some problems because there is such a big rock face there. We'll see. Again, being the first guy to run, it's kind of the guinea pig. So we'll see what his game plan is.
Nice. There it is. There's a nice view.
Go, baby, go. Again, right at that top, hit the dirt sections where you start that kind of longer climb, and that top 12 feet is super rutted out. Right there, I think you're going to see a lot of side-by-side have issues because it's so rutted out there. And again, you have a little bit of dirt in the bottom of a big V rock. So
there's a layer of loose dirt
yes.
on top of these ruts, and as soon as that is gone.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of side-by-sides have issues today. And again, like I said, Bree talked about a little bit of dirt there. Oh,
he's so close.
So close right there. Again, you can kind of see there's about a 12-foot section of just big rocks there. So I think that's where you're going to see a lot of side-by-sides. Hopefully the big bouncers won't have as much issue, having much bigger tires. So.
Man, I'm turning around and watching Matt go up this hill, and then I'm looking at it on the screen. And for those of you guys watching at home, just bear in mind that it is a whole lot steeper
yes.
than the camera is making it look right now.
Again, trying to get some momentum. There we go. Out the top.
Nice.
Again, I was just getting ready to say, I think some momentum is going to have to be your key there.
149.782 from Matt Buxton, our first UTV Bounty driver out on the course. Looks like we've got Madison King getting lined up next. Madison did very well for herself at Hawk Pride in the Bounty class. She took home third place. That was definitely fun to watch,
yes.
especially after nobody making it on Hill 1.
Yeah. And again, I think a lot of drivers were definitely watching that first run just to see what his line was and kind of what his game plan was. Carried a bunch of momentum into the top of the hill, and it looks like he was able to get out the top with a decent time. So I've seen a few drivers that were definitely paying very close attention, so we'll see if they can't pick that same line.
All right, Madison King. Send it.
Justin Holback counting them down as they fly through and hit that raceline ramp. We had several drivers shoot that raceline ramp yesterday, and as they landed, they broke stuff. So I think we'll see a few of them take it a little bit easier today.
Madison is our only lady driver in the Bounty class. She's been representing all season long and doing a heck of a job with it.
Again, Brandon Davis looks like whoop there watching. Again, Madison took that far left line, and you can see him kind of cutting back. That is a big ledge to drop off of there. The side-by-sides had to go up with that yesterday, and a lot of them started hanging to that far right side. So we'll see if they take that same plan coming down today. Right through that dirt section, you have several options there. Throughout 3 different ways you can climb that.
Man, you can see those between the ruts and the rocks. It's just tossing her around up there.
It is. And there's not much you can do at that point. Once you start getting thrown around like that, there's not a lot of steering you can drive out of it. Oh! There we go, out the top.
Nice. .787 from Madison. Setting the bar pretty high, fellas.
Oh, yeah. Got Tyler Bradley backing over there. He had some clutch issues yesterday with his Sprag clutch, which caused the belt to spin, put in limp mode. Was able to take it apart last night, get it put back together this morning. So he did quite a bit of work last night to get it ready for today. They said D.C. Thompson put a new wiring harness on his 2 days ago so he could race yesterday. So, I mean, that's awesome. Love to see it. We have a handful of races out here that
it would not be a normal day of racing if there was not last-minute scrambling.
Yes. Someone rebuilding something.
To fix something. Tyler Bradley. Coming through that Radflo suspension section, heading up the RCD Valley.
Making quick work of that. Again, we've seen several guys go to that far, far left side. Looks like he's going to try that same line. Yeah.
Nice. Matt, you might have studied the course maps a little more than I did, but do the drivers have the option of coming down below that tree?
They
or
do.
Above it?
Clyde talked about a little bit about it in the drivers' meeting. You can kind of.
Uh-oh. That's a tricky spot.
You can come down here next to the Radflo or the National Rock Racing Association. You can come down as low as you want here. Obviously, the flow that you go, the more it's going to slow you down. The lower you come, the more it'll slow you down. However, if you're a little squirrely, out of control, say you get a bad bounce, you can still come down as low as you'd like, but I just know it's going to take more time.
So they do have that option.
Yeah. Ooh, carrying those front wheels up the hill. There we go.
99.241 for Tyler Bradley.
Good enough for second place.
All right, for those of you tuning in at home, thanks for watching Hillside Live. We are in the middle of our UTV Bounty class, just a couple drivers in, and we already completed Hill 1 for our UTV Youth class. And then, of course, we've got the bouncers after this as well, and then we've got round 2 for everybody. So full day of racing still ahead here at Hollywood Off-Road Park in Stanton, Kentucky. And if you are a new spectator, either here in person today or online, And you're wondering who exactly we're talking to. Well, it's everybody today.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we are watching the live feed off Rock Racing TV and interacting on there, as well as speaking to the crowd. Clay Kaysen on the course.
He definitely sent it.
He used that race line ramp to full effect.
Ooh, he went straight up into the ruts. Again, still setting some quick time there.
Shot it.
Yeah. Stay in it, stay in it. Go. Wow.
5.180.
Wow. That is your new leader, Clay Kaysen, and smoking time, was able to one-shot that top section, had a couple quick passes on the lower down here, and setting it off with a 55.
All right, for everybody watching, we want to know, do you think the Bouncers are going to beat this time?
Yeah.
Later today, they're running the exact same course as the UTVs are right now.
That 55 is fast.
Do you think the Bouncers are going to beat it? Daniel Callahan racing in Josh Allman's spot today. We saw Callis Buggy out on the course yesterday with Kinsley Callahan behind the wheel.
Oh, those are some massive ruts right there. I was kind of impressed when Clay went through there and didn't have any trouble. Get up there.
I think the combination of the steepness of these hills and how loose the dirt, the top layer is, momentum is going to be very much
definitely
key out here.
Again, coming down that downhill section is super steep with a couple big ledges there. And again, you can come down, as me and Bree talked about, you can come down as far as you want on that hill, again, for safety purposes. And then as soon as you turn to go up, there's 3 different courses over on that far left you can choose from. Clyde gave us the option of whatever we feel is the fastest or safest. And then once you get to the center, it's just lined up and heading straight out the top. Ooh.
Oh.
I think he made it at the top. There we go.
Yeah, nice.
Wow.
78.012.
That's good enough for second place.
All right, everybody that's tuning in right now, let's see, we've got Bruce, Vince, Bebo. They all say yes, the Bouncers are going to beat that time. Okay, so next question. What's your prediction on what the fastest time on this course is going to be right now for Hill 1? You can either UTV or Bouncer.
Yeah.
Whatever you think.
And Zach yesterday gave us his thoughts on the podium. He said, I think it's going to be Wade, Timmy, Brandon for the podium today in the Big Bouncers. So does anybody disagree with that? And if so, what do you think the podium's going to look like?
Oh, we got someone. We got to vote for the UTVs in here, though.
Yeah. Getting that Chad guy's popping up in there.
That Chad guy.
Chad guy. Thanks for bringing a great live show. Sitting here with Parker, the grandkids. Dan the man sending off that line with that Rock Life Off-Road group.
All right, Dan Carter is leading in points right now in the bounty class. This is the class where he really shines.
Come on, Dan, go, baby, go. Getting a little squirrely there. Again, tried to hug that far left side. We've seen several drivers be pretty successful there.
There it is, one way or another.
Yeah. Again, a little brush ain't nothing for a side-by-side. Again, you can see him kind of hugging that dirt section where the side-by-sides were racing up yesterday. And Dan is just bouncing through there in that number 3 car.
Unless you've ever raced one of these vehicles yourself, you don't really realize how jarring it is.
Yeah.
While you're in there, you're manhandling the steering wheel, the rocks are bouncing you every which way. You see sky, you see ground, you see sky, some more ground, some trees.
Yes. Oh, so close.
No, Dan.
No.
No, Dan.
Land back on your wheels. Come on, come on. Woo!
There you go.
Awesome save. Awesome save.
Can you say skinny pedal nominee?
Yeah, that's definitely a skinny pedal. Oh, man. Dang it. Dang it. Caught a rut and just barely tipped him over there. Man, you hate to see that for Dan. Again, Dan Carter leading our points right now.
All right, we have some predictions on here. Bruce says a 38. Bebo says 42. Chris West says 37 for a bouncer.
For the big bouncer, yeah?
Bruce thinks TC will run a 35.
You know, if Clay Kaysen ran a 55, I think Timmy can come downhill.
Bruce is saying in a bouncer, though, I believe. So
I think that if Clay ran a 55 in a side-by-side, Timmy is set up to go a lot faster. He has a lot bigger suspension on that car he's running now. All right, I heard we got a replay. We're going to see if we check this out on the live feed. Again, right there at the edge, you can see that front tire just kind of hanging in the air and just slid right off the edge. And you hate to see that buggy. Dan doing such a great job this season. Kind of rolling down, was able to upright it, land back on his tires, but then caught a rut and was able to tip over, which you hate to see. Trying to get it uprighted again, like I said, well, he's backing up to try to get a second run, and I'm sure his adrenaline was pumping after he rolled over and landed back on his wheels. He was probably trying to hurry up, throw it in reverse, pull around, and
we've got Vince's prediction that Timmy's going to be on top of the box with a 45 today.
Yeah, him and Wade have been battling.
That's just for Hill 1.
All back and forth all season.
This is all just the predictions for Hill 1. So we don't know what's still to come with Hill 2 later today.
Timmy's pretty good about launching that thing off ledges, so we'll see what he does. I know him and Brandon both with Brandon running the IFS suspension. I think both of those guys are not going to be scared to launch down that downhill section. So, and again, you can shave a lot of time. Some guys are a little more timid going downhill sections. Some guys are a little too more timid with jumps. So, again, you have such a well-designed suspension, you can really let it all hang out there. And we'll see if that puts them ahead. I know we got our third, fourth, and fifth right now are 9 points, as we talked about yesterday, 9 points away between third, fourth, and fifth in the big bouncer. So those guys, it's literally anybody's battle right now. So got Cooper Bentley on the line. Cooper had a kind of a skinny pedal award yesterday. He got that nomination. Had a smoking run going and got about 15 feet from the finish line and rolled over.
I think that was the worst part of it.
Yeah.
He was so close.
It's like, like Wade being
I don't even know what happened. Something just reached out and grabbed him and tipped him over.
Again, super smooth run so far.
Oh, taking that far left.
You think we'll see any big bouncers take that far left line?
I think we're going to see everything from the big bouncers.
I'll say it. A lot of guys are talking about that far right line this morning, but, the side-by-sides have been pretty successful so far.
I can't see the far right from here, so I can't speak to that. Looking good, Cooper. Come on. Through the finish line this time.
Aired it out. I think he's through there.
Well, he just made that look easy.
He did.
God.
Oh. Wow.
Cooper Bentley with a 5.4.371. That is your new fastest time on Hill 1.
That is your new leader.
Taylor.
Cooper Bentley.
Can you turn me down a little? Thank you.
Taylor's saying Wade all day long. We'll see. We'll see what he does. What kind of time do you think Wade's going to have today, Taylor? I know Sean's probably in the background cheering you on.
Merrill Hutchinson says a 48 from a bouncer.
Yeah.
We're going to be seeing that today.
I'll say Cooper had a really smooth run. It wasn't anything super crazy. It wasn't out of control. It was just a nice smooth run at 54. So I'll say we might see a bouncer break the 50s.
All right, I heard the horn. Nathan King is out on the course now.
Again, you got to love that Dukes of Hazzard wrap.
Nathan is 5th in points right now in the bounty class, and he's had a little tough luck yesterday and also at Hawk Pride. So hopefully we'll get to see him finishing the courses in the bounty class now.
And you can see them taking their time before they hit that ledge. And right to the far right there's a huge boulder once you come down that ledge. So you want to be clear not to hit that too hard. Out the top he goes. That's a fast time.
.828 for Nathan King.
Getting that good enough as quick time, good enough for 3rd place.
Just my headset overall. They're just coming in really loud. It was an interesting landing on the race line runway there.
Is he coming upside down? That was kind of cool.
Taylor, do you have a different shot for us on the screen? There we go. So yeah, I got you doing too many things right now. Love you, Taylor. All right, guys, if you're just joining us online, welcome to Hillside Live. We are in the middle of our UTV Bounty class, Hill 1. We've got a handful of drivers still to go. We completed Hill 1 for our youth class already. We'll go into the Brannick Motorsports bouncer class after this. But never fear, we will also be back for round 2 for all 3 classes this afternoon.
And RCs for plastic and metal.
2 classes of RCs.
I see him up there checking the hill out. I see we got a whole station up there with RCs set up. Guys are tweaking stuff down. Nathan King coming down blazing the horn. Appreciate that.
I love how no matter what class everybody is here to race, they are all in for that. You know, from the RCs to our very young, adorable youth drivers come with their game face on and they're ready to roll. They're chasing those points, you know. You've got the bouncer drivers out studying. Everybody's very serious about it, no matter what class it is.
And I never realized how important points were until I started racing a point series, and I was like, oh, these are important. Like you always hear about
it's not just about the time.
Yeah,
okay.
You hear a crew chief like, oh, a crew chief got docked a few points for a lug nut being loose, and in a post-race inspection, you're like, who cares? And then you start racing a point series, like, oh, those points really matter.
Well, luckily nobody's checking lug nuts around.
Yeah. Lug nuts would be fine. It's the axle that's hanging down that's that's kind of a problem. Yeah. Again, we've seen several guys yesterday that finished with parts hanging off their side by side. So.
But they finished.
They did finish. Yeah.
As long as you can drag it through the finish line.
Colton Hoback was telling me how to put a drive shaft in yesterday morning, so it's exciting, and took 2nd overall, so that's awesome.
Yeah, in our VIN class.
He said I've had like $850 or $900 we paid for his Cherokee, and he said I've had way more fun than that already.
And then you know what? We drove it to dinner last night, Matt.
Right. That's right. He said a slight vibration.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a little sketchy, but we made it. Casey Howell, I believe.
Again, making quick work of the course so far. taking his time. Oh, yeah, I don't know if he broke going up or he clipped to something coming down, but his definitely not doing well. I think he just now realized it. And it's not pulling either.
You think it was the tire going cross-eyed that tipped him off?
Yeah. Well, when you go to turn and you go the other opposite direction, that usually gives you a hint, like, things aren't going well.
Those front tires are disagreeing right now. Oh, yeah. Man, tough weekend for Casey. He had a little trouble yesterday racing in the Cup class as well, Hill 2.
Hopefully he has a spare tie rod. He can get it switched over for him. I'm sure somebody has a spare tie rod if he doesn't have one. I've seen several drivers yesterday that had tie rod repairs or replacements. So, trying to get him moved out of the way there.
All right, Derek Schaefer on the line.
Derek Schaefer coming off the line.
Is that DC's
old bike?
Old
kind of looks like it.
I think it is. Oh, no.
Oh, man. Dang it.
And he tried for that far left.
I was watching it thinking he was going to be able to pull it back down, and it just didn't happen. That stinks. You hate to see that. Getting Dylan from D-Pats up there, checking to make sure he's okay. I see a few drivers heading up there. I think that's Clay Kaysen up there with him.
Let's check out the replay.
Justin Wills and Wade Good. Again, he's headed to that far left side like so many drivers in the side-by-side class I think we've seen. And he just caught a little bit of a bad bounce, I think. Tire kind of caught that rut just a little bit, yeah. And, man, you hate to see that stink.
Just looked right at the light.
Dang it, you hate to see that happen. Looks like he lost steering as well.
I think Justin's just playing charades.
Yeah. I see Justin. Oh, no, broke? He broke something, looks like.
3 words.
Yes.
Oh, okay, we're done.
The steering is broken. Looks like we're watering our track a little bit, too. Kind of keep the dust down. We appreciate that.
All right, so we talked a little bit earlier about the Icelandic Formula Off-Road teams that are going to be joining us in Dyersburg at Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park in October. Taylor, could we play our teaser video and give everybody a little more of an idea of what we're talking about? Y'all watch this.
what you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
All right, we're back.
Welcome back, everybody, to Hillside Live. We are just about ready to kick off the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class. For all of our lovely spectators out here today in person, head on over to the merch trailer. Make sure you guys check that out. There's some good stuff in there. It's the only other big white trailer down here. It has
Yeah.
the SRS banner out there, so you guys head over and check out some cool swag at the merch trailer.
And joining us in the booth is Mr. Brian Dunnigan.
I come out of hibernation
Yeah.
for this weekend. We
This
were so
weekend.
close to home.
Yeah. I say, and you're the sponsor of one of our events this weekend.
Yeah, we run the UTV stock class. We've done that for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Probably going to jump back in and try that again next year. And then, of course, we've got a bounty buggy. Dan Carter drives that. You all seen how that
Yeah.
went.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes a flip of a coin. You know.
It is.
Sometimes
We've
not
had
so much.
a better year than we had last year. So.
Yeah, yeah, and again, he's doing very well. I think he's sitting first right now in our season for the Bounty Series.
Yeah,
so.
we lost about 40 points on that last run,
Yeah.
the best I can
It hurt-
tell.
hurts a
Those
little
points,
bit.
man.
Yeah,
We were
I
talking
know.
about points
I know.
earlier.
We're going to try and get those back here this afternoon.
Bryant, what's this stuff you brought up here with
I
you?
brought some stuff. I know you guys, Zach's not here, so you
Yep.
guys need to interact with the fans
Yep.
in his stead. So we brought a pit shirt and a Dan Carter racing hat. I'm going to let you guys give that away
Nice.
however you see fit
Yeah.
at some point
And
today.
these pit shirts are
That's
they're
it.
They're
good
sweet.
looking.
Yeah, we just got those in a couple weeks ago.
Cool.
We're trying to step our merch game up.
I like it. Well,
I like
you
it.
guys do. We always talk about Dan's fun merch designs and stuff that they've got with the team. So this is some good looking stuff. We're gonna have to think of. Do you have like a trivia question or something?
Oh.
What
Yeah.
does Zach normally do? Because we can't go just like
Zach
throw
just
this
hands
out.
stuff out.
Yeah.
So-
well, we're stuck in the trailer.
You guys figure
Yeah.
that out. I'll let you.
All right, we'll work on that.
Yeah.
We'll work on that.
Right on.
So again, you guys do the stock class because you supply a lot of parts for the stock class.
Yeah, it fits us better because we supply, we don't race anything that we don't sell.
Yep.
And so we feel like that fits the trail riders.
Yeah.
You need axles, wheels, tires, whatever. We've got it at the shop, and we can outfit your brand new RZR, bring it out here and let you run on Fridays in the stock class.
Yep.
I think last week or two weeks ago at Hawk Pride we had Joe Holder.
Yeah.
He come. We tried to get him to come back up here to this one. He said he couldn't get off on Fridays though. So
Yeah.
he's going to try and jump back in sometime in the near future.
Yeah, it's a good time. Like I said, again, stock class. I know you guys help out a handful of racers
Mm-hmm.
to help keep their cars going and up, and and again, talking about some of the products you use in the shop are the same products you'll see racers with. So that's kind of neat too. Go, oh, I want that. Okay, here, this is package number 3. We'll start you with tires, rims, axles, whatever you guys need. We can help you out with, and still have room for a cooler in the back.
Right
so
on, man.
Get your
Yep.
snacky snacks.
Yep.
My
Snacky.
Snacky.
ride-
I knew
yeah.
this interview couldn't go without a snacky snack.
Yeah, I say
It can't happen.
we always loop it back around. My side-by-side people know how I feel. You know,
Yeah.
they always got a good cooler full of beverages and
Yeah.
some snacks. And again, when you're trail riding, that's important. You might be out for a while, hanging out, having a good time, listening
Right
to
on.
music. So,
Guys, I'm going to get out of your hair and let these
Yep.
bouncers run.
all right.
Thank you
coming
for
up
having
there,
me up.
Bryant.
You're welcome. Again, that was Brian Dunnigan with the Rock Life Off-Road Group. Again, he takes care of a lot of the side-by-side racers. So if you have a side-by-side and need some parts, go check him out.
All right, let's kick off our Brannick Motorsports bouncer class. I believe we've got Ryan Eldridge on the line. A completely new driver
Yes.
to the series.
Very new. Excited to see how it goes.
I believe he got talked into this.
Yes. There we go.
Woohoo!
Little bounce coming off that rock race line ramp there. Again, hearing that buggy scream. That's a negative. Definitely a newer racer. Climbing up that dirt ledge, going up, and it looks like he's going to take that far left approach like we saw a lot of the side-by-sides do. Again, you can definitely hear that motor sing.
Hey, Taylor.
Taking his time coming down there. You can see that rear end hopping up a little bit. Again, it's always awesome to see racers come out and race with us for the first time.
Yeah, so not only is this his first time racing with us, but he had to go first.
Yeah,
out
yes,
here. He didn't
yes.
even doesn't even have the luxury
Yeah.
of watching somebody else
Yeah.
go in front of him.
Being the guinea pig is always
This is
interesting.
Ryan Eldridge. I think you might have turned me down. Okay.
Go, baby, go. I think he is out the top.
Nicely done. $86.168 for Ryan Eldridge.
Getting a good time. That was his first time ever running with us in the National Rock Racing Association, and he had to go first, so that's kind of a double whammy there. We got one of our younger youth racers hopping in the booth with us. Our current points season champion as we sit, Miss Gatlin Wills. How we doing, Gatlin?
Good, how are y'all?
We're good. So you came out and raced. We saw a couple loops, and then you guys did some hills. You guys did a little hill racing today. How was that?
It was really fun. It's just like, it's different from the past few races.
There we go.
There we go.
Different than the last few races?
Yeah.
So you guys typically do a little more flatter stuff. So would you rather see more hills coming in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah? How'd the other races feel about it? Pretty good?
I think they were pretty excited about it,
Yeah?
but I'm
Got
not sure.
Jonathan Gibbs
Johnny Gibbs in half-ton hero.
and the half-ton hero there. Again, no stranger to racing. He's raced side by side for a while, and now he's recently jumped to the big bouncers.
So some of the predictions that we had for the best times today were in the bouncer class and in the mid-30s. 35, 36.
Oh, yeah.
38 we saw.
We'll see it.
Some 40s.
Again, Ryan said an 86, but that was also his very first time racing with us, so we'll see how that plays out.
It's going to be interesting.
Uh-oh.
And apparently Gibbs is in rear-wheel drive only right now.
That's not good. I hear something popping and cracking. That's not good at all. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he hits the Yukon wall.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. He clearly can feel the front end not pulling, but he is definitely here to make a statement. We'll see if he can't carry that front end up. Come on. There we go. Looks like he's out the top.
It.
Still getting the time. Still getting the time for it. Again, Jonathan Gibbs doing that in two-wheel drive.
89.538.
Still pulling a two-wheel drive run. Again, something clearly is broken there. I'm not sure. I heard some pinging. I wasn't sure if that's a drive shaft, maybe a diff.
We've got Trent Ratcliffe on the line and Sucker Punch.
Front driver, Jonathan Gibbs' front driver isn't pulling. So, not sure if it's an axle shaft or if he did have the whole front axle not pulling. We'll have to chat with him during the break and see what he's gonna do. Again, Trent Radcliffe getting ready to come off.
This has been Trent's first season in a big bouncer. Yep. He started out with us racing in the UTV class. He's had a bit of an adjustment period with Sucker Punch, which is to be expected.
Again, he's also a younger driver as well. Ooh, kind of bouncing across there.
He tried to get me to ride with him.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What'd you tell him?
I was like, I don't trust you just yet.
That's Gatlin Wheels up here with us. Gatlin, did you have a good time racing Hill 1?
Mm-hmm. Pretty fun.
Gatlin races in our youth class. She's leading the class in points right now.
Bouncing through there, just staying on the gas and climbing out the top.
.936. Chad Molitor wants to know, is that the same Sucker Punch buggy that LC used to drive? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The same one we used in our Women in Wheeling calendar shoes.
Yeah.
Back in the
That-
day.
that was a while ago.
Nation. Yeah, I sat in Sucker Punch during that. It's been a while.
That has been.
That one's been around for a hot minute. Trent had a 77.936.
Got Jed Harper on the line, a TC-built chassis. Coming out of Southern Illinois.
Unfinished business. Does that mean he's going to take care of business on this hill?
I think Jed will. Unfinished business is one of my favorite rock bouncers, I
That
think.
looked good off that raceline ramp.
I think he's even fluttering that throttle kind of like TC used to do.
Got to chat with Jed a little bit last night in the up at the RV parking lot.
Yeah.
There was pizza and brownies, and it was Keith's birthday yesterday.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Within the last couple days, so fun time hanging out last night. Got to chat with Jed a little bit. Nice guy. Glad to have him back out here racing with us.
Trying to get set up for that last little rock ledge there. Out the top he goes.
.318. We're getting faster and faster.
Yeah. Again, the course I think is starting to smooth out just a little bit. And again, you guys are kind of getting their lines figured out of what they want to run.
Are we going to get all the way down into the 30s, though?
I don't know.
We had some very confident
We did.
fans predicting times here.
Again, I know we have a few drivers out there that are they don't mind getting out there and getting a little more crazy with it. So we'll see. We'll see the times change. I think a little bit faster. I don't know if we're gonna get in the 30s though.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe like 50 or something.
50.
Is that your guess for the
Yeah.
fastest time?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on Hillside Live today, everybody. We are at Hollerwood Off-Road Park in Stanton, Kentucky. This is the Northern Rock Racing Series number 3.
Yep.
7th race overall for the season so far. And we are in the middle of the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class. Hill 1. Justin Wills, Brandon Davis, and Brett Barger, you are needed at your buggies. On the double. I see you, Brandon.
You know, Brandon.
Man, Garion's not
Yeah.
here for one race.
Yeah, I know. I said, Brandon's over there
And they're
studying. He's trying to get
slacking.
all the stuff he can, all the education he can find, seeing the line, seeing the fast pass. Again, running an IFS buggy, just because somebody chooses that line, being an IFS buggy might not be the line that he'll approach, but it's always good to have all the data to make the best collection possible.
So, Gatlin, you've been racing the youth class all season so far.
Yeah.
This is our first year having the youth class. What do you think? What are your thoughts on it all?
I really like it.
Yeah.
It's super fun. It's like the next generation of rock bounce drivers.
It is. You are.
Yeah.
What do you think for next year? Are you going to keep racing that class? Are you going to drive
I
something a little bigger?
I think I'm moving up next year, but I'm not sure.
All right. Time will tell. Looks like we've got Randall Key getting over to the starting line in that new Undertaker buggy.
He was putting around the course, kind of checking it out, kind of getting his game plan, looking at the options. That buggy sounds pretty mean.
So for those of you that are new to the sport, watching either online or here in person today, Randall is actually paralyzed from the waist down, so he drives completely with hand controls.
Which is a lot since he has rear steer. A lot. That's
rear steer, throttle,
yeah.
brake, shifting, steering,
You
everything with hand controls.
You have more stuff going on than you have hands, so it's.
So Randall is an impressive driver for sure. Definitely inspiring. I know I get, in a tizzy in there. You get in race mode, your adrenaline gets pumping. When you got rear steer, you're slapping for the shifter, looking for the rear steer joystick and trying to keep it all between the trees and the rocks. And there goes that rock that you planned on staying to the right of, and now it's right under you. And, a lot happens when you're in race mode. So Randall does it all with hand controls. Very impressive.
Mike Tyson once famously said, everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the face. And that's kind of like rock bouncing. You have a great plan when you walk the course. You get your landmarks. Okay, this rock I need to go right. This tree I need to hook left. And then you get bouncing around in there, and your plan goes out the window real quick.
And, it all looks the same.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, was that the tree? I don't know. You already passed it. It doesn't matter.
This is Randall's second race in undertaking?
I believe so. Yeah, he's running a supercharger.
I think it's his third race.
Is it his third already?
He raced Mid-America, and he raced Hawk Pride.
That's right.
And then...
Come on.
Back up.
Dang it. Oh, stink.
Oh, man.
He hit reverse. He was trying to grab it. Again, he was, Again, you can see the driver. Since Randall is buckled in because he's paralyzed from the waist down, it's a little harder to get him recovered. He can't just hop out like the rest of us, so we try to always get to him and get him turned over as quick as possible. Looks like I think Keith might be pulling up there, so they can just throw a strap on him and pull him over. A little better view there.
Man, you hate seeing that.
You do. Again, like I said, he kind of went out there and crawled the course this morning, looking at it, kind of figuring out his game plan.
Well, and Randall's been driving the same buggy for years.
Yeah.
But it was Rage and Blaze.
Yep.
And he was in both of those for a long time. So there's definitely a learning curve anytime you build it or acquire a new vehicle and have to get used to that.
Again, you can see Keith tooling up on the hill there. We just talked about it being Keith's birthday the other day.
For those of you watching at home, those are not just a bunch of random people running out there.
Yes.
Those are drivers that are heading out to help.
Yes.
One of the things we always talk about in this sport is there is a definite competitive spirit, and everybody out here wants to be on the top of the box at the end of the day. But not only that, there's a camaraderie out here, and everybody wants everybody else to do well. And super helpful. We've all been on the receiving end of somebody helping out, whether it's with parts or helping fix things and recovery.
Again, you can see
part of the off-road family out
Cody
here.
Kaysen was one hooking up the strap there. Okay, and while we get Randall recovered, we're going to cut over a commercial. We'll be back right after these messages.
When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, guys, welcome back to Hillside Live. We've got Randall recovered off the hill. Justin Wills is sitting on the starting line. His daughter, Gatlin Wills, is up here in the trailer with us. She's going to watch his run. You want to give us some commentary while he's driving?
Sure.
Give us some pointers.
Let him know what he could do better.
Don't hit a tree.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
There he goes, Justin Wills.
Sending that big buggy through the air. His buggy is rowdy. Woo!
Gatlin, who's the wilder driver, you or your dad?
My dad.
I would have to say I think it's your dad.
Do you try and learn from his driving style, or is it a little too crazy for you? Oh!
Straighten up, straighten up.
He's good, he's good.
Oh,
no,
man.
No!
Right there. He's on wheel. Oh, man.
He's good, he's good.
Yeah.
This is why we wear Hans devices, 5-point harnesses, full face helmets.
I think he's climbing out right there. You can see him on the screen.
We got 2 thumbs up.
Yep, he's giving thumbs up. He's probably so stinking mad. He's like, oh, man, I can't believe I messed up.
All right, we've got the thumbs up. If you're new to the sport, now is a great time for us to run through the safety requirements for all the drivers out here. We wear 5-point harnesses, Hans devices, full face helmets. There are fire extinguishers required both inside the buggy where the driver can reach it and outside where recovery can reach it. There's Justin climbing out right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely.
I think that he is absolutely
definitely
strongly in the running for the Skinny Pedal Award.
Yeah, I think that's definitely our wildest run so far the weekend. Again, it just like he cartwheeled it 2 or 3 times. I kept thinking he's back on his wheels. Oh, no. Oh, wait, he's back on his wheels. Nope, one more time. Yeah.
So, Gatlin, does this mean that he needs to take some driving tips from you? He did what you told him not to do. So basically he just needs to start listening. Yeah. If he would just do what you told him, it would all be good. So, yeah. One of these days he'll learn, huh? It's a little harder when you're the one sitting in the driver's seat, isn't it?
Yeah. And again, a lot of times when every time you sometimes don't realize you're back on your wheels till you start tipping over again. So it's trying to hard as you're rolling. You really want to try to stay on your wheels, try to correct that as fast as you can. Unfortunately, when you're twisting and turning and cartwheeling different areas, He's like, I'll talk to you later.
All
It's
I
cool.
see is like 8 thumbs up there.
Yeah, they keep waving.
We're playing charades
yes.
again.
Hi, how's it going?
All right, everybody, for those of you joining us online while we work on getting this buggy recovered off the hill, we're going to run to a quick commercial, and then we'll be right back.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
All right, we're back. All right, they got Justin Will's buggy flip back over. He came by riding with no shirt on like he's here to party. And I hear a buggy revving up in that starting gate. Is that Brandon Davis?
It is Brandon Davis.
It looks like they're giving the sign the clock is hot. Man, that buggy is loud. Oh, no!
What is happening up there?
Dang it.
These Brannick boulders are eating people's lunch today.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's really crazy right now? Brandon, I think, was sitting in third place, and Justin was sitting in fourth place. And there's only 9 points separating third, fourth, and fifth. So this is totally going to change the points right now.
So Brandon had 436 points coming into this weekend. Justin had 432.
Ooh.
Daniel Heckley's got 427. This is definitely going to change things up with points.
Yes. Again, Daniel Heckley, who's sitting in that fifth spot, is absolutely watching
Daniel
all of
is
this.
paying attention right now.
Yeah. That, I mean, just back in clipped and just kind of slowly turned over. You hate to see that.
Hey, Rebecca Peterson, Jed Harper had a 66.318. We got Cash LaCroix tuning in on the live feed. Adam Coots, Danica. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. It's loud now. So you guys are watching Hillside Live. We are at Hollywood Off-Road Park in Stanton, Kentucky today. This is the Northern Rock Racing Series round number 3. 7th race overall for the season so far. We are about halfway through our Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class for Hill 1. We completed Hill 1 already for our UTV Youth class and UTV Bounty class. So after this, we will take a real short break, and then we'll be right back to do it all again.
Do it all over
Round
again.
2, Hill 2 for all 3 classes, and then we also have 2 classes of RCs racing today as well. Got Kelsey Storts tuning in. Scott Marr, Nikki Grindstaff.
I am sure Brandon is hot right now. I'm sure he is so irritated at himself. Brandon's one of those guys that kind of gets on himself, and he's harder on himself than anybody else would be. So I'm sure he's a little frustrated.
I did think it was funny yesterday when Brandon won first place, but felt more comfortable holding the third place trophy. So he held Cody Kasen's third place trophy.
Yeah,
he's like, this feels a little more right.
I'm okay with this.
He's going to have to get used to that.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah, well, I thought that was really, really cute.
Do you want to go up there? What?
Again, right now they're trying to figure out how to get it exactly flipped over because right beneath him is a pretty big drop-off. So
James Cantrell said he's watching from the shop, getting ready for Crandon.
Heck yeah, that's coming up.
When is Crandon? That's a few weeks?
2 weeks from now, I think. 2 weeks from now. Let's just look at our calendar. Let's look at our calendar here.
You know, I haven't made it to Crandon yet, but it's on my list.
Crandon is next weekend. Yeah, September 2nd through the 4th.
Wisconsin is the patron state of the Moloters.
Yeah.
So, we actually have a relative. Oh, my dad's relatives races at Crandon.
Yeah.
So,
Crandon's very cool.
We've been meaning to go for a couple years. Haven't made it happen yet. James says next weekend.
Yep. Next weekend, we're excited about that. Again, Crandon, Ultra 4 will be racing there. Plus, they have their own short course series, the Stadium Truck Championship Series will be racing as well.
Hey, Kelsey wants to know when her dad's going. He is actually getting lined up right now. So don't go anywhere, Kelsey. Jay Storts is up on the line next. What you doing, Matt?
My brother just messaged me. My brother and cousin. What are you doing tonight? I was like, racing a rock bouncer.
All right, guys. While we work on this recovery, we've got some engineering geniuses getting this all sorted out up there for us. So we are going to send you to a quick commercial, and then we'll be right back with more.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
What you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today. Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Power-ply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
my mom, my dad.
You're still like 4 feet ahead.
Gotta get bright and a little break every now and then, though.
That's a good picture.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
Both drivers had 88 seconds, so we had to go to the 10th of a second difference between the two times of combined from course 1 and course 2. Coming in second place, a 10th of a second behind the other driver, Mr. Jay Stork.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my shop.
And we are back after that extended break that got kicked off by Mr. Justin Wills sitting in the booth with us here.
Yep.
See, Brandon's got recovered and is heading back over that way, and he's getting to get parked and get everything checked out. So talk about the run.
Well, I was going for gold, and I don't know. Yesterday I pre-ran yesterday a little bit, and I didn't have no issues. It kind of hit roughly the same line, but yesterday we just tinkering around, but when you're in race mode and we was
everything changes.
Yeah.
Points race and everything else, being I think 4 points or 6 points, whatever points behind Brandon.
You were 4 points.
4 points. So Brandon's sitting in third, you're in fourth, and Daniel Heckley's in fifth.
Yeah.
All separated by 9 points until now. You rolled over. And Brandon Davis rolled over.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you Daniel's sitting out there just watching all that happen.
Well, I told him, I went up to him, especially after I seen Brandon. I went up to Daniel, I was like, look, just mosey up the hill. You just got to finish.
Yeah.
If I would have known Brandon was going to flip over, I'd have just moseyed up the hill.
Got some points on the board. Felt good about today.
Yeah. So,
that's
how's the buggy?
Well, we've been a link bar on the front end, and I don't want to chance it on the second run. I might just break the beam, whatever, just to get a couple points. But I don't want to get it up there and it break loose, and then it's costing $10,000.
Yeah.
So
real quick, you can have a real quick $10,000 day with you when a link bar comes loose at the top of the hill.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah,
I've done that.
Wildcat.
Last year.
I was just thinking of Wildcat when
that.
when it was swinging. Everybody's gone. It's like I think the production crew is even leaving, and you're just watching it swing from the excavator. And I said, "Hey, bud, what'd you break today?" And you said, "Everything."
Everything. It was. I mean, I don't know if you don't know when one little link bar, because your whole front end depends on them link bars.
Oh yeah.
If one comes off, it twists the rear end, and your shocks.
Yeah.
Your drive shaft is moving. Well, that's what happened the last time. The drive shaft went into the transfer case, broke the transmission. I mean,
oh man,
it takes everything out.
And again, when you're cutting right or cutting left on a trail that you don't expect, that can give you a wild ride.
Yeah. That between King of the Hammers and that one, those are my two worst wild rides.
You just kept flipping. It was like a double gainer with a twist. Every time you were land, we would think, okay, here he's done. Nope, oh, one more. Okay. Oh, wait, nope.
Jay Storrs on the course.
Aired it out up there. The showstopper. Yeah. Clyde told Jay, don't do that. Don't do that. Again, Jay, part of that Paravel Mafia crew. Again, you can definitely see he is taking his time right there. Kind of kicks the front end right a little bit, but he was clearly prepared for it. Again,
and
being a little more,
in the dust.
Yeah, being extra cautious. Had to back up and straighten up. Again, as soon as you get up that hill, you're immediately turning left and then turning right back down the hill you came. So you want to be cautious there. You can see him being smart with that big rock there. You can see how gnarly that section is. Go, baby, go. Looks like he's out the top. Wow, that's a good time.
72.222.
That is good enough
Jay Storrs
for second place.
So Jed Harper's still in the lead with a 66.3, then Jay Storts with a 72, and Trent Ratcliffe with a 77. Everybody watching at home, thanks for coming back with us here on Hillside Live. We had a couple of lengthy recoveries,
yes.
But we are back rocking and rolling now. We're in the middle of the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class, Hill 1.
Again, it looks like we're talking about Mr. Heckley sitting in the starting gate there. Again, he's sitting in 5th place for the season, but has a chance to capitalize on a little bit of points. Again, you want to be smart, be safe. Again, right now has a chance to jump up a little bit. So, but at the same time, he's a race car driver too. So, we'll see. We'll see what he does. Ooh.
Oh, far left.
See,
yeah. Kind of.
You.
It is. It kind of pitches you right there.
Justin, is that what you thought he was going to do when you told him to mosey up the hill?
Well, he told me he couldn't just mosey. and then
he's like, that's not an option.
Yeah.
Cozine come to me. He's like, you got a tire. You
Whoa! Timber!
He did.
We got Paul Bunyan out on the course right now, apparently. Taking trees out.
You can see that front left is definitely going to give him some problems.
He can't stop now.
And he's out the top. Okay, giving her heck.
Yeah.
Heckley.
Heckley.
Well, he's back in. He's back in 3rd place for the season.
Yeah. Ooh.
65.207. That's your new
That is your new leader.
That was pretty good for a mosey on up the hill right there.
Well, that's what Cozine come to me. He's like, I got a jack and everything. We can switch that tire. I said, man, if we switch that tire. And then Justin's like, 1, 2, 3, go. I said, that changes things.
It does.
But anyway.
That tree is absolutely just taken out by Daniel Heckley, who came flying through there.
Well, I'm going to get back out of here.
All right. Hey, glad you're safe.
Yep,
glad
yep,
you did well, and hopefully we'll get some points on the board for the next half.
We'll see.
See how it goes.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us up here.
Yep. Y'all have a wonderful day.
You too.
Again, that was Justin Wills. He's one of our seasoned drivers. He was currently sitting in 4th place by today, and it's been completely shaken up after the last couple runs. So, and then, again, Daniel Heckley knocking up that number 1 spot. So, That's given Timmy and Wade something to shoot for.
There's a drone on there. There's a drone on top of it. Does Jack know that?
he just took off. That's awesome.
Speaking of Jack.
Yeah.
We got other Jack. Jack attacked Porter sitting on the starting line in Venom.
Getting back
just
in there.
walked by while we were during the recovery earlier, and Jack was a little grumpy because Venom is still not running right, apparently, after lots of work. Lots of time and effort, and not the results that have been hoped for.
He said he was having some trouble taking off. It was, kind of being kind of sluggish, having some issues. Finally, he neutral dropped it and did okay. So he said, I cannot confirm or deny if you're going to see that today. So I think we may see a neutral drop. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I would say that's pretty toast. But they got a spare.
So we're working on getting this tree off the track right now before we can send Jack off the starting line.
Okay, that's a little bit of a safety hazard. Tree laying there across the track.
All right, I think I got it.
Yeah, see, out in the sun, let's sit in a race suit and a helmet and head sock. It gets pretty warm sitting in the sun.
For everybody that's watching at home, if you just tuned in recently, you are watching the Northern Rock Racing Series Round 3, our 7th race overall for the season, at Hollywood Off-Road Park in Stanton, Kentucky this weekend. This event brought to us by Radflo Shocks, and we are in the middle of the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer Class Hill 1. We've had a few DNFs and a couple rather long recoveries.
Two very surprising DNFs.
Yeah.
Yeah, two guys I didn't think would DNF on this course.
Shaking things up in the points as we have been talking about with third, fourth, and fifth place standings coming into this weekend. Daniel Heckley's got the fastest time right now with a 65.2. Jed Harper right behind him with a 66. And then Jay Stortz with a 72. Those 72?
Yeah.
Those are your top three right now on Hill 1.
Looks like Dan Carter must have got his stuff fixed. He's rolling through. Oh, okay. 5 scripts holding it together. We like that.
Is that better or worse than zip ties holding it together? Or duct tape?
It depends on
how do we rank?
It depends on where the zip ties are at and where the channel locks are at, I guess. Or the vice grips. Jack and the Venom buggy. You can see Justin Hull back there. Running our starting,
and
helping
Derek
run our
Schaefer coming off the hill.
Helping run our starting gate.
Time for a Jack
Here
attack.
We go. Again, you can tell fuel delivery just not quite what he's hoping for today, but again, that thing is still a monster.
Venom is sounding not quite itself.
Yeah. Kind of hugging that far left side. Again, taking his time. being smart about it again, trying to be cautious there. Doesn't want to have any issues.
You know, this might force him into a more conservative run,
It
but
might.
it's not a terrible thing.
It really isn't. Again, like I said, since we've seen a few surprising DNFs today, it's not a bad idea to kind of be a little more cautious coming through there.
Come on, Venom, you got a little more in you.
He talked about making one of those
Is this going to be
neutral
your
drops.
neutral drop, Matt?
He talked about it. He said, yeah, he goes, I got mad yesterday, made a neutral drop. He goes, you know, you might see one of those today. So he's working it back and forth with everything he has. I think he's out.
Got it. .800. I hear a slightly healthier motor on the starting line right now. Wade Good about to send it.
Here we go. He is launching out that ramp. He is absolutely flying.
All right, are we about to see one of those fastest times that have been predicted on our online crowd today?
Ooh, carrying that front end up. He's around the corner. Again, Wade's running rear steer, so he can help whip around those corners a little faster than some of the other buggies. Again, making quick work of the downhill section as well.
The time that he wants to beat right now is a 65, and he is definitely on par to smoke that time right now, I'd say.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be a quick time. Again, that first loop there, he absolutely was flying through there. Wow. Wow.
46.656.
Definitely broke into the 40s there. That was Wade Good. That is your new leader. Almost 20 seconds faster than Daniel Heckley. Puts him in the fastest time slot of the day. We still got a few that could scratch that. Kenneth Cozian's up there. He's never one to count out. Timmy Cameron's up there.
Matt Holt, you haven't gone yet either.
I have not.
These boys don't even know.
For real. Clint Garrison, another guy, running Danny Smith's old chassis.
All right, Kenneth Cozian on the line now.
Again, Kenneth in that bad donkey. He is not afraid to put it down either.
That is one bad
donkey. Bad donkey.
Right there. Pretty sure Bad Donkey's still for sale. If you like what you see out here, guys, that could be you driving the Bad Donkey buggy. Look up Kenneth Cozian on Facebook.
Kicking up that dust right there. Ooh, coming around that corner. Just sending it. Again, this is going to be a super quick time. He is flying through that downhill section. Trying to get lined up.
Oh, and into the trees a little bit. Still going to be a
Come on, that's going to be a quick time.
Oh, no. Was that a flag at the top? I can't see through all the dust. .914.
Man, third place. Came in right behind Daniel Heckley with a 65.2. Again, those little backups definitely cost him, but he's still sitting in that third spot right now. But we have Mr. Tim Cameron getting ready to try to make a statement.
There's a nice shot there on the screen of our spectator area from up on the top of the race hill. get a little different view of things. All right, we had a prediction online that Timmy could put down a 35-second pass on Hill 1. Fastest right now is a 46 from Wade Good. Home. Hard to see through the dust, but I think he had a little trouble right at the top of the Brannick boulders, but didn't slow him down too much. And he is out the top. .268. That's good enough for second place right now in Hill 1, but it did not knock Wade Good out of the top spot. All right, guys, we've got just a couple drivers left. Matt Holt getting suited up. We've got Clint Garrison, and I think that's going to wrap it up for Hill 1. Right now, we've got Wade Good in the lead with a 46.6, then Tim Cameron with a 52.2, Daniel Heckley with a 65.2, Kenneth Cozine 65.9, then Jed Harper with a 66.3. That's your top 5 right now in Hill 1. Thank you guys for joining us on Hillside Live today. We're having an awesome day of racing here at Hollerwood Off-Road Park in Stanton, Kentucky. We've got a great crowd of spectators out here today. And I know we've got a nice crowd online watching too. Thank you guys for joining us. I see Kelsey Storts is still on there. Kelsey, do you have any plans to race anymore this year yourself? All right, looks like Clint Garrison on the line. Clint's first season in a big bouncer. He's been racing in the UTV classes with us for quite a while now. Transferred those skills on over to the bouncer class. Here we go. Nice and smooth off the raceline ramp. Coming up that RCB Valley into the Brannick boulders. This is where we've been seeing everyone having the most trouble so far today. Clint making it nice and smooth and easy. One thing about Clint, if you've watched him more than once with a race, then you'll notice that he's a very smooth, consistent driver. He doesn't tend to get too wild or rowdy. He just lays down nice, fast passes. is. That's a 54.757 for Clint. Okay. I have a couple guest commentators come join me up in the trailer.
You looked a little lonely, and we thought we'd come help you out.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I'm just up here.
We got Nathan King and Trent Ratcliffe. I suspect they just came up here because I've got the best view.
You do have
in
the
the
best
house.
view.
Once it gets a little dusty out here, it's nice to have that screen to look at instead.
Right. You get to see everything from here, and it's fun looking at the times. It's kind of weird being out there not knowing what times people get, and it's fun seeing everybody ranked up. There you are. You do well.
Jay beat me by what?
All right, Matt Holt on the course.
See what Matt Holt can do.
I feel like Matt has an advantage. He gets to watch everybody clear as day on the screen, and then he gets to go and perfect it.
I think Wade Good's probably a little nervous right now watching this.
I mean, I would be.
See what Matt can do on these rocks.
Matt Holt in the hyperactive rock bouncer with High Society Off-Road.
These rocks have been messing everybody up lately.
This spot has given people more trouble than I think most of us suspected that it would. And Matt making it look easy.
And it was also surprising because razors did that hill easier than most bouncers did.
They did.
I mean, there weren't many razors to get stuck right there, and pretty much half the bouncers have.
Come on, Matt.
It's okay, Matt. You can come on down right there.
Completion's
Oh
the
my
first
God, you
task.
scared me.
He's got this.
They're coming out of the woods up here. We got Clay Kaysen up here now, too. I'm going to start charging you guys to come look at your times.
What? Y'all already broke my buggy. Takes all my money. Or my dad's money.
So one thing about Matt Holt is that he is such an enthusiast of the sport. I love that Matt, he's involved in anywhere that he can be, really. You know, he'll help out any driver. He goes to any event. He's up here doing the show. He races. And he's just so passionate about it, and I love seeing that.
And you could definitely tell when he got that trophy in that one race, his first trophy.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Matt.
Oh, made it
Y'all get
easy.
loud for Matt Holt right now. Come on.
Made it look too easy.
That was a 100.656 for Matt Holt.
What
Proud
did
of
Curtis
him.
Giles say on the live feed? Let's go, Clint.
Let's go, Clint. Scott
Why you
Clint's
sound so
time was a
professional?
54.757.
I try. I don't know.
You try. Dude, I'm so nervous right now. I'm about to break up the sweats. Who we got on the line now?
All right, everybody, that does wrap up Hill 1 for the Brannock Motorsports Bouncer class, and we already had our UTV Youth class as well as UTV Bounty. So me and my guest announcers up here, we're going to take a short break. We're going to get everything reset for Hill 2, and we will be back at 1 o'clock. That's Eastern time that we're on right now, so not too long, so don't go far. We'll see you back here shortly on Hillside Live.